Okay. So for example, for let's just say this particular person, they went through their job to get their life insurance policy. Do you typically do the job typically only, I guess, fund the permanent side, or do you see that they do both, or how is it structured, and what is the best way to structure your life insurance policy?
Through work is all term for the most part. It's
Term.
only
Okay.
term coverage. It's no whole life coverage for the most part through workplace. The best way to structure it really depends on what the client can afford. Comfortably, I would say that I feel like a lot of people want permanent life insurance, but of course some people cannot afford to get permanent life insurance. That's just the reality of it as well. So really, if all you can afford is term, which term, of course, is cheaper, depending on the amount you need, you can get some term for between 20 and, a couple, $100, depending on the type of term that you get. When we talk about permanent, that becomes a different conversation. We're talking about a couple $100s to a couple $1,000, depending on how much we're getting there. Of course, those added benefits, those dividends, all those things there as well. But I would just say, just depending on what the goals are of the individual. I know you mentioned real estate, right? This talking about real estate as well. When we talk about structuring it for real estate deals, that's a bit different as well, because what you want to do is get an overfunded permanent life insurance policy. And so what that would be is, of course, shrinking the death benefit component, because we're really not getting it for the death benefit, but of course to maximize the cash value component, because that's what's going to allow for you to be able to collateralize and loan against that cash value portion. And so you want to minimize the death benefit component to maximize the cash value component when structuring it for real estate deals, or even for a lot of business owners. We'll do that for them as well, because I had a business owner who has like a 30-plus year relationship with a bank, and he requested a loan and they would not give him a loan, right? Even given the relationship. But he had his permanent overfunded life insurance policy, and he was able to utilize $80,000 from that when he needed that to kind of fill in with his business, right? So it's so many ways to utilize that. I would say on the business ownership side, and of course real estate, overfunded permanent life insurance is the best option for sure.